So what the night? OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep
What's up, Lucky Gamers? It's Lucky Lux, and today we're going to be talking about Dislyte. It just recently came out. It's by Lilith Games. They've done Rides of Conquest, AFK Arena, so it is going to be a turn-based gacha game. I really do like the game's art style. It kind of reminds me of Battleborn, if you ever played that game from Gearbox. And then the music kind of gives me a Bleeding Edge vibe, if you ever played that. And then also it has a turn-based, so it, reminds me of like Epic 7. I've played on the channel Soul Tide, different games like that, and I really like it. So one of the coolest things about this game is that the characters are based off of different gods from different pantheons. So you have like Chinese, Greek, Egyptian, of course. So Drew here, he's Anubis. He has a pretty dapper look. Honestly, he's a flagship character of the game. If you've ever played Smite, right, you've seen Anubis modeled out, and this is probably one of the coolest ways I've seen him, and that's what draws me to the game. It's like I've played Smite and I've seen a lot of these gods, and I love seeing them, in different like games, and you get to see others that Smite doesn't even have. Like you have Sekhmet, Hodor, Baldur. You even get to see some interesting drawings of like Neja. If you play Smite, Neja has a completely different appearance from how they have here in Dislyte. So with most gacha games or any game that you download, they have a path that they pretty much want you to follow. This one does as well, but they actually have rewards for you. You get extra summons, which are these gold discs here. You get extra enhancements, you get gear, you get money, and it keeps going all the way until you get up to master. I'm still working on mine, but these are pretty much free summons that you can get because you do want to work towards getting your first 10 summon. So when you do your first 10 summon, it actually guarantees you getting a legendary hero, right? After that, it's going to be guaranteed within 120 unless you get very lucky. And I really do like the courses because they help you if you're the type who gets overwhelmed or overloaded with all the different things that you can do in a new gacha. You're trying to figure out what's the best thing, what the best course to go. So just follow the plans. They can help you out with doing the courses. You can do your quests. You can also do your achievements. And that's how you can get those passive, like just materials that you need for later on until you kind of figure out a pattern for what to do on the day-to-day when you log in. So what I do love is that the espers have completely different kits for the most part, right? So you have some that have interesting debuffs that are going to be, more so like PvE, like, you have sleep, you have different espers who can steal AP, you have some that basically just do straight up damage, can get extra crit, or you have some like Pandora where after 2 turns can just hit the enemy for 40% of their current health as long as they're not bosses, right? Also, so for rerolling, I know a lot of you guys are asking about rerolling, wanting to know who to reroll for. Honestly, I don't have a full list of all of the experts, but I will say you do want to reroll if you don't get the legendary hero that you want. You get them within 10 summons, and you want to make sure that you have 4 stars and that 5-star that will help you out throughout the game. You want to make sure that those characters can actually work together because that'll pretty much define your account and the progress that you make early on, because the difficulty between each mission chapter kind of scales up, and it is not fair to the free-to-play player, honestly, if you don't have a plan. So I would pretty much get as far as you can, do as much as you can after you've re-rolled your account, to try to get ahead and stay up as a free-to-play player. And if you haven't re-rolled or you've gotten somebody that you didn't like, you're probably seeing the little bit of that difficulty that you're having, especially if your legendary isn't honestly carrying your team. So one of the things I will say for free-to-play players, you do have a shop where you can get gear. You can kind of pick up gear that you need with the gold shop, friendship shop, eventually have the cube shop, where you can get like just even higher tier gear as well. And then if you are a spender in the plaza, there is a lot of stuff that's actually pretty cheap right now because the game just came out, so they have huge discounts, so I would pick that up. I will say also that gear that you have on the character, it is a little like, Genshin, Epic 7, like where you're having to roll for those substats. So, that's a kind of negative, I will say, because like everyone hates doing this and hoping that it rolls to the right stat. So it seems like you'll be doing a lot of rerolling gear to get those perfect stats. But that's pretty much all I have for Dislyte. I will be playing this game and making more content on it. I enjoy it. I love the different characters from different pantheons. I like the art, I like the music and everything. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You lucky gamers, have a good one. Lucky Lux out.